Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at 900 Laurel Place here in Silverton, located just to the right of the front doorway. I describe everything as if you're standing in the street looking at the front of the house. Just to the right of the doorway here, you've got a 3-inch ABS cleanout set in the concrete, a little brass cover over it, or I guess cleanout plug we should call it. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water is running. We're going to zero out here at the base of the cleanout. Off we go. Alright, making a turn here. We're kind of veering into the driveway area right now. And if you'll notice in your driveway, when you're out here, you'll see there's a steel plate the front right corner of the driveway. We're going to go underneath that here in just a moment. It's a secondary cleanout access, in case you're wondering what that thing was. Just swapped over to 3034 PVC pipe there, 4-inch diameter, and we're coming up on the thing I was just talking about here. That's your secondary cleanout access. That right there is the most common spot, and that is why you want to do a sewer scope on new construction. The propensity for gravel to get down those things during the driveway pour is unreal. I cannot tell you how frequently it happens. We've gotten better here of recent, but during the pandemic, about 85% of brand new construction homes I scoped, that was out of about 500 houses over those 2 years. Nearly every house I scoped was backing up at the inspection. It was that bad. So, good on you for doing a scope on these things. But it is often usually construction debris and a cleaning matter, not necessarily repairs, but not fun to deal with either way. So there's the main connection at 50 feet. We're going to go locate that really quick here while the line drains off. Thus far, nice looking sewer line. Alright, located the camera head successfully. Line terminates out on Laurel Place. Surprised this line has any staining in it. That stuff you see in the flow line there is likely just a little bit of dirt that got into the line when they were installing it. It happens. Usually these are just purely green pipe, but sometimes they get a little bit of schmaltz into them when they install them. No big deal. And often where it originates, back what I was just talking about, it's possible they preemptively scoped this thing. Smart builders do that. You can see how all of your staining originates from right here. That's what I was getting at a moment ago. What happened here is during probably the driveway pour, dirt and or potentially rocks probably got down that clean out there. That's why all your staining happens from that point forward. So anyway. Looks like the builder probably caught that issue before I got here. Well, that's where that came from. What remains there is just a little bit of dirt film. It's going to wash away and it has no effect on flow at all. Anyway, it's one of those lines. Had you not had a good builder that checked on his own work there, it would have been one of those houses I was talking about. Alright, we are just about back to the clean out here. We're going to flip the camera around and run backwards through the foundation wall. Everything from the clean out access to the main lateral connection is in great shape. Has good flow and is functioning properly at this time. And everything beyond the foundation wall area here is all exposed piping in the crawl space you can look at with your eyeballs. You don't need a camera. And the home inspector takes a look at that. And you swap over to standard PVC. Yeah, we're looking good here. You have a just teeny tiny little bit of standing water right as we start to go back. I'll show that here in just a second. It's all of about a 32nd of an inch of standing water. It's extremely minor. It's so little you might not even have noticed it when I started to run back there. And sometimes all it is, I don't know if it's brand spanking new sewer pipe before it has ever hardly been used. water almost sticks to it. I don't know if it's a surface tension thing or if it, for a pipe that sits for a little while, gets dust that builds up inside of it, and sometimes the water will stick. Because right now when I move my camera back and forth, I'm not hardly seeing anything. When I just started to go backwards there, though, I got a tiny bit of standing water, but it cleared out. So what it's probably from is just the dust that forms inside pipe. When these things are sitting in, you know, with the, before they put the walls up, you just got open piping that can get dust blown inside of it. So that's all that was there. The line actually, all said and done, drains off completely. What you had there when I first started was not even enough to recommend a repair on, even for new construction anyway, but it drained off. It was just a little bit of dust in the pipe there that my camera busted loose. Great looking sewer line. Good flow end to end. All the pipe we just scoped there, all of it is intact, has good flow, and is functioning properly at this time. Nice looking sewer line.